Hi, this is Nigel Maynard coming to you from West Palm Beach at NACDS Annual 2023. And we're back here with Leon Nicholas of Westrock. Leon, you're the VP of Retail Insights and Solutions, and so I imagine you spend a lot of your time analyzing the industry. And the last time you and I talked, you talked about some of the big overarching themes that's happening. And we covered store merchandising last time. And the other one you said that's happening is e-retail and retail tech. Tell us what that's about.
Yeah, it's really multifaceted. I'll just try to give you some examples. We're seeing retailers invest in technology in ways that take cost out of systems, things like floor scrubbers and rapid checkout and things like that, that bring efficiency to their operations. I think the second area around retail tech we're seeing is much more visible to the consumer. So things like screens in stores, cameras that measure shopper behavior, give them particular messages, say on their phone, depending upon the department that they're in. A lot of expectation of scannability of products. So you scan a display or you scan a product to learn more information or to have more of an immersive experience in the store with the opportunity to convert right there. And this leads to, this is I think backed up by retailers' significant investment over the past year or so in retail media networks, effectively bringing the online media experience to the store, but measuring it at the same time. Measuring the shopper's response, measuring the conversion when you see the shopper based upon dwell time in a store or whatever, and offering them a more customized experience, therefore, using digital devices. I think that is a big part of technology. And then the third part of technology that we're seeing in the store is the recognition that the store is a forward deployed fulfillment center, and that the majority of at least fast-moving consumer goods are either shipped from a store or picked up at a store. And the big, so this is the idea of proximity, but the other big variable that we're seeing at the same time is the growth of automation and so-called micro-fulfillment centers. I think we talked about this last year when we were here. We're seeing retailers' investments in micro-fulfillment centers, robotics, picking and packing your e-commerce orders. We're just seeing those investments continue to grow. And so it's just more technological integration into the store, whether it's from an e-commerce perspective, whether it's from a kind of e-engagement perspective with screens and QR codes, or from an efficiency perspective. The retailer is spending significant amounts of capital expenditures.
Yeah, so I'm curious, I've been hearing a lot of talk recently about studies revolving around customer experience and their interpretation, or at least their feelings towards a lot of the automation that's happening. And you mentioned self-checkout, which is one area that I've been hearing about recently. In your experience in talking to retailers, what's the mood like among customers for self-checkout?
Yeah, I think that younger consumers and customers in a hurry tend to have no problem with self-checkout. I think in many cases, older consumers and consumers who have more time, whoever those consumers are anymore, right? They will push back against it. I think the industry has a job to do. And one of the jobs I think to do is to be able to speak to consumers, frankly, about the labor shortage that is out there. I mean, there are plenty of open jobs out there, but a lot of the push toward automation, particularly on front ends, is because they simply cannot get the labor that they need. And so this isn't a replacement of someone's job, it's a job that nobody is taking. So I think there's let's say it's a public relations initiative, but there's a communications initiative that I think has to take place among consumers today to change the conversation as automation takes off.
So when you and I meet next time, we'll talk about retail services to bring everything home.
Yeah, retail's are a big part of growth.